Hello. Welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. So I was guided to take my funny deck. To be honest, I didn't especially want to, but this is what, since yesterday, I know that I should use. And so this is what we are dealing with today. And so, what came out here, the message that I am supposed to share with you, my dear collective, it is that we have here someone that you were dealing with, a huge red flag, right? I kind of feel that you know it already, but they were all about making excuses. So, in fact, they were making excuses, but it was just coming from a coward place, right? It was just coming from a place of lack of emotional maturity, maybe something like this. So, first of all, here we have the time's up, right? It's written. I will read you the cards, right? Because they are funny. Divine timing is real, but so is procrastination, right? So then we have don't mistake their red flags for a vibe check, right? So it might have been that in the past you might have overlooked some red flags, which I don't blame you for it, certainly not, because I kind of feel that we can very easily jump to conclusions and point out red flags, right? While in fact, in reality, people are complex. And sometimes we might misunderstand some things. So I kind of feel that, of course, when there's obvious red flags, there are obvious red flags. And maybe that's it, that's all, right? But mainly I kind of feel that it's more dangerous to it's more sad to see red flags all over and miss on a beautiful green flag because we were so defensive that we saw everything as red flags. Then to realize afterwards that in fact it was red flags. Obviously depends how much time and all of it, right? But you understand what I mean here. So this is kind of telling me that you might be understanding, you might be patient, right? You might not jump to conclusions, which I truly love, right? I truly love that. So then we have the full moon is not an excuse for bad decision. I tell you, this person was making themselves excuses all the time. Then you can smudge away bad decisions here. Once again, somebody who think that they can do whatever and it will just disappear. And then here in the fifth place, the path shift, we have congratulations, you're the drama. I kind of feel that the congratulations, you might not so much enjoy it. Yeah, but it kind of feels that this person was truly kind of obsessed with you, but holding themselves back all the time. On the bottom of the deck, we have enough. Girl, even your tarot deck is tired of him, right? I kind of feel that it's here, it's at the end, but it's not like, I kind of feel that you got already to this place that, we are starting here with, it's too late, time is up, right? So I kind of feel that you gave this person some time to elevate, to heal, to do all those beautiful things. The red flags were indeed red flags. Might be talking about someone who is dealing here with some kind of addictions, trying to numb themselves, right? And so this might also be their excuse. Yeah, no, but you understand, I did that, but it was because I took something and so I was not totally me. But it kind of feel here that they are dealing with the consequences of their actions, right? You can't smudge away bad decisions. So they wish they could. They wish they could. And maybe they could have in the past. But apparently, they prefer to party. They prefer to numb themselves. thinking that, you know, nothing is important, whatever. They might also, you know, you might have been dealing here with someone who loves the drama. Some people, they love the drama. It's kind of, they don't like to speak about themselves, and so they love to have some kind of drama going in their life. It makes them feel very, very important, right? Kind of feel that this is what we are dealing with here. Considering that the red flags here, it is in the second position, yes, we might be talking about you. We might also be talking about other people realizing now that they are this huge red flag. Maybe realizing also that they might be dealing with addictions and that they intended to create some kind of drama. We might be talking about a smear campaign. We might be talking about someone because they are not taking accountability for whatever they are doing. So in their inner narrative, they need to defend themselves, and this is what is coming out of their mouth, right? So, this being said, I have an issue here with this deck. Every time I'm taking it, there is some kind of catastrophe happening. Not a real catastrophe, right? But yeah, there might be some kind of glue here. I have to take care of that. Okay, so let's get a little bit more information about all of this. Obviously, I took a deck that I feel that the vibe fits, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Let me just turn this deck here so I see the enough. On the card enough, it's written not him again, right? It can be him, it can be her. It might mean that this person doesn't understand that the time is up, right? It kind of feels with this message that this person thought that, you know, you would always open your door, you know, what are mistakes? I kind of also feel the kind of individual that think that if they let some kind of time pass, it is kind of like an apology, right? Kind of feel this too. Okay, so let's see here. Time's up. Time's up. The Sun in reverse. Page of Wands. Yeah, listen, it kind of feels that this person is maybe they're not sober, you know? The Sun here is in reverse. There is a total lack of awareness here. Total lack of awareness. They have some kind of passionate impulse towards you, right? We might also be talking about someone who doesn't realize, in fact, that, you know, it might be the kind of person that has decided, right, that life is a big party, right? Life is a big party. And so they are just in this energy and being very proud of themselves, of enjoying life, not building anything, right? Anytime somebody calls them and tells them there's a party here, there's something there, they are just going, right? I also feel here that there is here some kind of very different vibe between both of you. We have here the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands. This is talking about stability. So I kind of feel here that you are about stability. I kind of feel that this person is all about passion, schmexuality, right? And also playing some kind of games, right? They don't want to open their cards. They don't want to be vulnerable. They think I kind of feel that this person is so protective of their heart space that they are pretending that life is a game, right? It's the kind of person that will tell you don't take things so seriously, while in fact, to be honest, they are taking things very, very seriously. And this is why they have convinced themselves that nothing is serious and they are not able to be vulnerable, because they take things very, very seriously, right? This is the reality. But anyway, they are in this vibe now where it's all about impulse. They are going, following their impulse, but not in a healthy way. It's not like getting out of your comfort zone. No, this became their comfort zone. You understand what I mean? Okay, tell me here anything else about Time's Up. Yeah, they are totally blinded. They are totally blinded here, considering also that this card is touching the you can smudge away bad decisions. With the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Air, we might be talking about somebody going to jail. So I don't know what they did, right? But if it's serious, they might go to jail, right? I have to say that if I see this 8 of Swords, it's touching here the bad decision, so I kind of feel that. But anyway, even if it's not the case, we are talking here about someone who's totally stuck. They are stuck in some kind of mindset. I heard someone talking about some kind of image, and I kind of feel that it's very, very relevant here. You know, it's like the glass is of their mind, right? If we see their mind as a glass, right, the glass is full. And so there is no place for anything anymore. And I kind of feel that it's kind of a way for them to feel in control, right? There is this element of numbing themselves. This person is afraid of their feelings. They are afraid of vulnerability, right? And very often when we are trying to be in total control, addictions might be part of the deal because we are trying so much to be in control, we need some kind of escape in some kind of way. So this is where addictions very often can come in, right? So yeah, this person is totally stuck in their mind. There is no way to... This is the kind of person that they will have to learn the hard way, right? And maybe you are their lesson because the time is up, right? The time is up. Yeah. Look, I was just looking, right? What is behind this? Look, time is up. They were all, yeah, no, you know, I feel that it can also be a person that is taking, you know, phrases that they find on the socials. You know, there is some kind of phrase saying something like, you cannot lose something that is for you. It's also on spiritual pages very often, right? You cannot lose something that is for you. If it's for you, then you cannot lose it. It will come back or something like that, right? And I kind of feel that it's the kind of person that will take all kind of quotes, right? That allows them to convince themselves of the delusion that they want to believe, right? And they are just living according to those things that, you know, those quotes, they might have some kind of truth here and there. But we are talking here about someone who's not doing the work. They are not doing the work, right? Okay, let's see here the red flags. What should we know about the red flags? Yeah, listen. You could see their red flags, obviously, right? You might have tried to be some kind of teacher to them, right? You might have thought that maybe they would learn something from you. You might also have been dealing with someone here that, in fact, there was some kind of element of a twin flame connection, right? So if you are not familiar with the twin flame connection, most of the time twin flames, they are not supposed especially to end up together. Very often they don't end up together, but it is an opportunity of growth in this kind of relationships. So it kind of feel here that maybe there was this element here that made it even more complicated for you to move on, because maybe there was some kind of, with the twin flame, there is something in this person that you recognize, right? So you might have seen this person and recognized some things of you inside of them, right? And so, because of that, you might have been more tolerant, especially knowing that you might have changed. You might have done the work, right? I kind of feel a little bit of this here. But I also feel, as said, that this person wouldn't listen to anyone. They wouldn't listen to anyone. Tell me here about the red flags. Yeah, listen. There is no foundation here, right? There is no foundation. It is not somebody who is thinking clearly, building their life. It's not. It's somebody living in the momentum. They are not investing in themselves. They are not investing in themselves. Right? This truly resonates with me with what I said to you before. Right? The person that think that, I need to enjoy life. We live once, right? And like they think that this is self-respect, when in fact it's not, because if you truly respect yourself, then maybe you understand that all of this is nothing. It's just procrastination. It's excuses. You are not building anything. You are numbing yourself, right? So yeah, it also, there is here the element of being dependent on others. So it might have been somebody, it's all about friends, partying, all those kind of things. Look, I'm looking now at the red flags card. Look, it looks a little bit like confetti, right? Yeah. Yeah, I truly feel that we are talking here. And we might be talking about a full-blown adult, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is somebody who is very, very emotionally immature. This is what we have here. They are not investing in themselves. They are not investing in their life. They are just not. They are just not. And I kind of feel that they want people taking care of them. So maybe they saw your motherly nature, and you might be a man and have this parental nature, taking care, right? Being a caretaker in your emotional self, right? Towards others. You might take very, very good care of yourself. Yeah, listen, I truly feel here that it's very, very different energies, even though I understand here that there might be some kind of element of some kind of recognition, soul recognition that happened here, right? The twin flame element. Okay, let's see here. The full moon is not an excuse for bad decisions. Let's see the bad decisions. Ah. Yeah, it kind of feels now that they might realize that they just made themselves excuses, because look, we have the Ten of Cups here. This is happiness. This is emotional fulfillment. So I kind of feel that this person now might see you as emotional fulfillment. I'm also attracted here to the drama. Why are they always talking about you, if not because there is something strong there? Right? Yeah, but this person was extremely, extremely defensive. Not connected to their heart space. Kind of feel that it's also a person avoidant their own emotions, right? So considering that they are avoiding their own emotions, they are compensating in other ways. And so the addiction, we might be talking about booze, we might be talking about whatever, we might be talking about a schmexual addiction also, right? Yeah, it's the kind of person that will never apologize. Yeah, very, very defensive. And I kind of feel that it's the kind of person that is maybe searching for people that are very much in their heart space, because they know that a person that is in their heart space, they won't judge them so quickly, and they might be more understanding, more empathetic. Maybe they know how to play their game, you know, with playing with other people's emotions and feelings, right? So even there, how stupid, right? Instead of just, going towards people who are exactly like you. No, it's stupid. Everything is stupid. Like I see once again, I see the strength card in reverse. I see the fool in reverse. Like stupid, truly. Yeah, and now that they realize, in fact, that you might have been this emotional fulfillment in their life. But I kind of feel that they feel it now that you have the strong boundaries, now that you have no feelings towards them anymore. And even if you have feelings towards them, I kind of feel that you don't give them any space, right? And so now they are trying to find excuses, right? Anything else here about this full moon and those excuses? It kind of feels that since you have put very, very strong boundaries, you have taken away your the love that you were giving them, right? You are happy now. Look, the Wheel of Fortune. I kind of feel, I already told you that in other readings, but I kind of feel that sometimes we are into people's life in order for them to stop with their bullshit, right? I will tell you why I think that, right? Because many people of the collective, the thing is that in the past they might have had all kind of, in the past, the unhealed version might have embodied all kind of character traits out of Survivor, like the people pleaser, the enabler, the caretaker, all those kind of things. But even there, I'm saying that because I wanted to say that people of the collective very often, they are very, very authentic, right? They don't understand even why play games, why manipulation, why why it's ridiculous, right? Because when you are seeing it from a soul perspective, it's ridiculous. Why would you do that, right? But we might think that there's a lack of authenticity in the people pleaser and all those rules, right? In fact, it's not a lack of authenticity, it's a lack of healing, right? We are authentic when we are pleased by helping others. We are pleased by helping others. We truly feel good when we are helping others. We truly might not have any access to our own needs because we are so used to be available to other people's needs. So there is here something very authentic, right? And I kind of feel that this authenticity makes us a little bit different, maybe, right? And so all those people that are living behind the mask, games, manipulation, all those kind of things, very often they justify their behaviors saying that everybody is the same, everybody is doing the same. They are legitimizing their behavior from in a dialogue of protection of the wounded self, safety, right? I am doing that because everybody is doing that. Until they realize that, in fact, and very often they realize it too late, It's when you don't want to deal with all of this anymore, because very often when they see your authenticity, they think that you are weak and you are stupid and you are naive, right? And later on, when the time is up, you have moved on, right? The mistakes that they thought that, yeah, it's a detail, they forgave me already, so they will forgive me again, right? Then when it's too late, they awaken to the fact that all the excuses that they made to justify whatever they did, whatever they are doing, they cannot justify it. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. It's not an excuse. They could have made another choice. And now they realize the self-fulfillment prophecy, because they treated you as someone that they were expecting to deal with, or abusing your kindness, thinking that it's all coming from this place of ego, right? When you are not connected to your heart space, you are connected to your ego. This is what there is. And realizing later on, the mirror is very, very painful. And this is why I kind of think that very often, as the collective, we leave some kind of imprint in people's life when they realize how they were wrong about us. And this very often happens with distance. Once we take distance, right, we stop dealing with that, and then they can observe us from distance, and then they see. And then they are not anymore in this protection towards us, because they don't have access to us. And even if they have access to us, there is no more this, like you don't even try to create the connection. You know, they might see you, but there is no more connection, right? So their heart space is not fearful of being hurt. They are not in this defense mechanism. And then they can see things clearly, and it is kind of a reflection of themselves, right? So this is why I think that very often people of the collective are kind of living karma, right? We are somehow helping people to awaken, right? And this is why we are also dealing with a lot of negativity, because very often people might feel threatened by us. I am writing a post about that. It might be that it's already posted on Instagram, exactly about that. Why we are attacked so much, right? If you are interested in that, you can go, it's the same name. There are just dots in between the soul review, dot, right? Okay, let's see here. Let me just shuffle, because I talked a lot. Let's see what's going on with those mistakes that they have done. And if you go and visit my page, please go into the caption, right? Because in the caption there is a whole article, right? So always with my posts are just the introduction. The real meat, the real jam is in the caption, right? So, smudging away bad decisions. Yep. Kind of feels that there are some kind of secrets that may be revealed about how they have betrayed maybe you, maybe other people, and I'm saying other people because we have here the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is people working with them. This is the opposite. People are not working with them. People are not willing to help them, because I kind of feel that they know that this person is a betrayer. They are a betrayer because they take everything as a joke. They take everything as a joke. Yeah. They think that because they are disconnected from their heart space, right? Because they are numbing themselves, then yes, everything is a joke. because you are making a joke of yourself, because you don't take yourself seriously, because you are disconnected from your heart space. So yes, of course, everything's a joke. You are not even a soul. You are a ghost, right? Let's see here the High Priestess if I'm getting anything. Because I kind of feel here that it's also talking about you, that you might have kept quiet about how they have betrayed you, right? Which is the total opposite maybe of what they did, because let me remind you that here we have the drama. Tell me here, the High Priestess, the Tree of... Yeah, you look towards the future. You know, there might be here something, right? That because you didn't talk about what they did, they thought that it would just disappear. And you might have not spoken about what they did, because you might have just want to move on. And so you didn't want to put energy there. You might have tried to speak and nobody listened to you. And you might have been intuitively guided not to talk, or not to talk anymore, right? About the betrayal that you have experienced with them, right? You turned towards the future, and I truly feel here that now, because they were feeding the drama and you didn't, people are seeing you now in a very, very positive light. They see the difference, right? Between them and between you. You move forward. You didn't try to involve other people. You dealt with whatever they did, right? And you move forward towards the future, not looking back, right? Anything else about you can smudge away the bad decisions? Look. Yeah, they are going through judgment. Yeah, I feel that people now are turning their back to them, not helping them. And there are consequences. We know that there are consequences for their actions, for the betrayal that they have created in your life, the heartbreak maybe. I didn't even check if you could see all the cards. You absolutely can. I can even move a little bit more here. Okay, let's see. Congratulations. You are the drama. But let me remind you that this is in the path shift and in the change. Tell me here the drama. Because look that there is admiration here. Yeah, the card was turning. The Seven of Swords, right? People know exactly what they did. The lying, stealing, manipulating, cunning, backstabbing. It's exposed, right? So before, you might have been the drama because they might have been talking about you in some kind of way, right? I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who is gossiping all the time. This is what I feel. Yeah, but look now, look at this image, right? You see, like it's not that you are the drama in a sense that people are talking negatively about you. I don't feel that it's the case. I feel that it's the opposite, right? We have the High Priestess here. There was the Hangman. People seeing you from a very, very different perspective. There is a lot of respect here in the High Priestess. It is somebody with a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding. It is somebody that doesn't talk a lot. If they talk, it is because they have something to say, right? They know much more than what they appear to know, right? Okay. And I truly feel that because you might not have spoken anymore, they thought that it went away, right? And they thought that, you know, they had all the time, everything's cool. I don't have to do anything about this situation. Congratulations, you're the drama. Let's see. What else? Yeah, look. Look. This is what people are saying about you, that you have dealt here with someone who was having a hidden agenda, right? They were operating in very, very sneaky ways, trying to get away with something, not willing to take responsibility and accountability, a liar, a manipulator, a cheater, a backstabber. It's in reverse. It's known. It's exposed, right? And look, they are seeing you as a winner. Somebody in alignment, somebody who is taking healthy decisions, right? Somebody very, very inspired, someone who knows how to heal themselves, someone who is truly guided by the higher conscience, the higher self, the highest, responsible, thinking about the collective consciousness. Yeah, they are seeing you as a winner. And remember that here with the Six of Wands, it is a public victory, right? So this, for me, it is truly talking about other people seeing you this way. Yeah, I tell you, you are the drama, but you are not the drama the way that this person would have wanted you to be the drama. Maybe they wanted people to talk badly about you. It's not what's happening here. What's happening, it is the total opposite. People might have even understood why you might have taken distance after the betrayal. Right? It's beautiful. Listen. If this is not karma, I don't know what is. Let's go here to closure. Let's see what's the closure. Closure, please. Yeah. Oh la la. I was looking here at the card enough, right? Not him again. Not her again. You apply it, right? Yeah, this person wants now. They want the connection. Obviously, they want the connection, right? Yeah, and they hope that somehow it will save them. That if you accept them, then it changes the whole story. This is what they think. Anything else here for closure? Yeah, exactly. I kind of also feel here that people know that they have been very, very unfair towards you, right? And they might want to reconcile. They might want to reconcile here, alchemize this situation for the best. Because I feel that people know that somehow they have been very unfair towards you. We saw the hangman, right? They are seeing things from a very, very different perspective. We might be talking about people that know you, people that don't know you. Might be truly talking about people that don't know you, right? They know them. Yeah. With the Two of Cups here, we are also talking about what kind of person you are, right? This is trying to see things from other people's perspective. Whatever this person might have painted you as stupid, naive, all those kind of things, right? Because this person was dishonest, they were playing, they were not serious, right? And they were full of themselves, right? So all the things that they have used in order to paint you in some kind of light, like if you were stupid and naive and all those kind of things, with the high priestess here, there is no stupid and naive, and no, this is somebody who has a level of understanding that other people might not understand. Not saying that they are stupid, but you are certainly not, right? And now they understand that maybe you even have human values that they might not have, because you are coming from a place of, you know, I have this image in my mind of, I was with my niece, with my nephew, I don't know, and so they were talking to me and they were small, so I was getting down on their level, right? So our faces were one in front of the other, right? You are getting at people's level, you are trying to understand them. It's a beautiful quality, it's so rare. And I kind of feel that this is why people also feel so shitty about it, right? Because of your human qualities, because you have this ability to try to understand, to lower yourself. Sorry, but I will just say it, to lower yourself at their level, simply, right? Not in an arrogant way, maybe simply understanding that you have some kind of level of sensitivity that other people might not have, and you might be aware. And so questioning your own beliefs, understanding that other people might think in very, very different ways. And you have this beautiful ability to be able to get on this level until you realize that somebody here is treating you like shit. They disrespect you because of that. And then you might take distance, right? It might be a situation that has repeated itself in your life over and over again, right? With friends, with family, with lovers. People who are taking those beautiful qualities and think that it is stupidity, naivety, they lose respect towards you, while you are giving them the respect to try to understand them, right? So you might have very often taken distance of people. And this is why maybe also many people are very happy to attack you if they have the opportunity, because they might be uncomfortable, right? Going back to what I said to you, that I am posting, will be posted, I think that it will be posted before I post this. So anyway, this being said, I will leave it here. I kind of feel that we have a very, very clear image. Yeah, this person wants to, yeah, they wanted to do whatever they wanted. They were very arrogant and entitled, right? And they left you in the cold. They left you in the cold. You had no other, look, the entitlements. The arrogance and the entitlement. You had no other choice but to put a total ending to that. And the moment that you did, you could finally sleep. Because this person was just stressing you out. This is what they did. So anyway, I hope that it was insightful. Maybe healing. Maybe just entertaining. I don't know. Sending towards you a lot of good vibes, a lot of love. I'll see you in the comments until very, very soon. Bye.